Hi everybody, it's Ginger from In Sheep's Clothing Yarn Shop, and it's a Saturday afternoon, and I welcome you to my shopcast. I have so much great news to tell you about today. I am just bursting, if you cannot tell. So anyway, I hope that you're all having a wonderful weekend, but boy, do I have some great news to tell you. So we have lots of news from Noro, some exciting stuff. And then also, happy Socktober! Yes, we are going to do a month-long sock happiness extravaganza here. And I'll get into details about that. Every week is going to be something special. And Noro magazine is expected in. Just so much great news. So, okay, I need to figure out where I'm going to start. So, okay, let's go to Happy Socktober. So, yes, I did this last year, and we celebrated socks all month long last October. Now, as you probably already know, I'm not a big sock knitter. However, I can appreciate sock yarn and hand knit socks. I'm certainly good at doing one sock. I need to get past that. Right now, I've have two socks that I have one of each. We'll see what we can do about getting the other one made. So anyway, this week what I decided we were going to do, and I extended it to end this Wednesday, and I'll make the announcement during What's New Wednesday, and I'll mention it again next week if I have a winner here. First I need to show you the sock yarn that I have, but I have this wonderful new sock yarn that came in. The colors are totally amazing, and it's not just great for socks. I can see shawls and cowls made with this yarn, fingerless mitts. So I'll be sharing that in just a second. But what I'm going to do is anybody that purchases a skein of that yarn or two or whatever will be put into a drawing that I will be doing during my What's New Wednesday next Wednesday morning. And so anyway, like I said, you'll be automatically your name will automatically go into the drawing. So good luck to you if you do order this yarn. So let me show you. I had to get this yarn because it is so amazingly beautiful, and it has totally bowled everybody over. There's one color that's totally amazing called Monarch that I only have. I'm so glad I have one. I only have one skein of it left. This was the most popular color. Excuse me here. Let me just move her a little bit. Let me grab these so I don't forget about these to talk about. Okay, so actually it's the yarn that was at the very beginning of the show. And there was one color that I totally omitted and realized afterwards, and it's this color right here, which is like one of the most beautiful colors. And I'll tell you I'll tell you the information about the sock yarn. It's from Aracunia, and this is called Twilight Paints, and it's a hand-painted superwash merino wool blend. It's 75 superwash, 25 polyamide, and it has 437 yards, 400 meters, and it's the number 1, and this is color 5005. It's one of my absolute favorites. I think it's gorgeous. And then the most popular one, I will be reordering this on Monday. This is Monarch. And on the website, I have to take more pictures because it does not show in just the standard image that I got online from them. But there's purples and golds, and it's just so beautiful. So beautiful. And then I also love my deep purples. Look at this. The deepest, like navy. I'm going to say it's going towards black as well. But how beautiful is that? And this is color 5002, Purple Emperor. What a way to start out a show, right? colors are amazing. And then if you love your teals, sea greens, look at that. Now, I'm seeing more blue here, but the skein that I'm looking at looks more green to me. So it's definitely blues to navy, oceany, and then sea greens. It's just spectacular. And this color is 5004. It's called Spring Azure. And it's so soft. It's just delectable. That's the word for it. And then if you like, okay, this has a lot of black and charcoal and like kind of like a granite blue in there. And gray. And this is color number 5001. It's called Swallowtail. But stunning if you like something really dark. These colors are very, very, to me, very dark and mysterious and right up my alley. And this navy is stunning. It has some purple undertones to it. But how beautiful is that? And this is called Adonis Blue, and it's 5003. What an amazing pair of socks this would make. And then olive. I think this is gorgeous. And I'm not an olive gal, but boy, is that beautiful. I think it's because I love that black that it has in it. Stunning. So this is 5009. I hope you're not drooling too much because this yarn is just amazing. And what are they calling this? They're calling this brimstone. Yeah. Now, yes, this will make amazing socks. And don't forget, with every skein that you purchase, you get entered into the drawing. But also, one of my favorite things, well, okay, let me show you this first. Let me not forget about this. All right, there's a couple patterns, and these patterns are free with your yarn purchase. Now there's this shawl here, and this uses sock yarn and twilight. Oh, and I want big shout out to Liza, and if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be really embarrassed, but she got in touch with me how to change what setting I'm supposed to change on my phone so that even though this looks backwards to me, it should not be backwards to you right now. You should be able to read this just fine. And I just realized I was supposed to check this before I started filming this, and I forgot. But I tried it previously and it worked. So we're just going with that it's working, okay? But thank you, Liza, so much. I appreciate it. So anyway, this uses two different skeins, that Adonis Blue that I showed you, and then the sock yarn also has a kettle dyed yarn. So they're putting those two yarns together, but there's no reason you couldn't also just use one color, or some of these colors are so brilliant together. If you wanted to do that, you could certainly do that. Some of these colors just play so beautifully against each other. Very exciting. So there's that shawl, and then what everybody, well, by everybody, I had so many, my Thursday night group, I had so many people come running in for this. This is one of those really long cowls, or you can double it up, or you can wear it like a hood. And this takes two skeins, and this is the one where they're doing, let me just check, Peacock and Purple Emperor. Peacock, hold on. Peacock, oh, this one. Peacock and Purple Emperor. Look at how beautiful these colors are together. Isn't that stunning? Just beautiful. And then also, I was thinking, look at this. How beautiful those together. And then, okay, I was going crazy. Oh, you know what? I had another mohair, which is no longer, I have to think about this one now. This color looks great with that because it's more violet. But I had another color that was like in between, and unfortunately that particular mohair is no longer available, but it went with everything. It went with all three of these colors, and it was like, oh my goodness, somebody needs to do a shawl and run the mohair through the whole thing and do these three colors together. It's totally amazing. I would love to see these two together. And again, I've got these beautiful mohairs that, look at that. Or this one. And then I also have this. This has some purple undertones, this blue. But look how beautiful that is. Yeah. I mean, me, if you haven't already heard me say this, you know, add a strand of mohair. I mean, I've said that for years. Add a strand of mohair, and it's absolutely glorious. So when I'm saying add a strand of mohair, excuse me, that leads me up to what I already took some pictures, and they're going to be up on the website. But these are my heavenly mitts, and I've been kitting these up for a few years now. And they are, that's sock yarn, but every year they come out with different colors. And then I add a strand of lace weight mohair. And depending on what color you put with it, like this one here has pink mohair with it. But if I did white, you would have a totally different mitt. But they're soft because the mohair has silk in it. And it's kid mohair, and it's just delicious. And here's another one. Now, these happen to be the rolled ones, but I couldn't find it. There's another, same mitt, but I do it two different ways. I write the pattern two different ways. You can either do it rolled, or you can do it with ribbing. But once you have them on, you do not want to take them off. And wait until it gets chilly in here, because you will see me with these on and not wanting to take them off because they're lovely. Also, this, just imagine a cowl. With the, oh, it feels so wonderful with just knitting these two together. You could do it really, really simple and just do like a kind of a ripple, not a ripple, like a ridged pattern, knit 5, purl 5 rounds. Oh, that would be gorgeous. Or your favorite cowl or lace or lacy scarf would be absolutely gorgeous. Oh, see, I can feel, oh, as soon as you take them off, they're just so cozy. So you need to check out the color combos that I put up on my website. And these are the Heavenly Mitts, and I will put the link below so you can check it out. But this sock yarn is just unbelievable. It's so beautiful. I could not resist getting that yarn. Absolutely not. Okay, so sock yarn. So, and then next week I will have something else going on. I'm not sure which order I'm doing things, but I have a bunch of different sock yarns that I'm going to be rolling out. I'm going to be having a special on one of the sock yarn lines. So you definitely need to check that out. And there's going to be some fun, some sock gifty things that will be coming up as well. So you need to check next week and see what's happening. Okay, so I'm just telling you. Okay, so what else? Oh, another exciting thing. I got this in the mail yesterday. So happy. For those of you that follow Shetland Wool Week, or if you've been fortunate enough to be able to go to the Shetland Isles and go to the Shetland Wool Week, they put out an annual every year, and I've been getting it for the past few years, and it is so beautiful. So beautiful. I suggest you get it up on their website, and look at this. And they will let you know when it's available. And oh, this is so pretty too. There's so many pretty things, and the photography is just gorgeous. All right, I guess this is the picture that I like the best. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty top? Just a little lacy pullover. And then they have some really cute sheep. Some little lacy sheep. But do you see what I'm talking about with the photography? It's so beautiful. And they have some cute mittens in here. There's, of course, always sheep. Look at that. So I would highly recommend that there's socks in here. Oh, this hat is super cute. I love this hat. Look at that hat. So cute. So many knittable things in here. And easy lace scarf. And hats. Okay, I think this might be the hat that they're doing. This was every year they have like a special project. Lately it's been mostly hats, but I think they've done mitts in the past as well. Oh, and I love this cowl, the one that's on the cover. Lovely. So anyway, yes, I'm very, very pleased about this. And the articles, oh, and the old pictures and the stories that they have. They have one about Ganseys, but look at that. How wild it looks there. I went to Scotland once, but I was nowhere near the Shetland Isles. I would love to go there. Oh, anyway. So, I highly recommend this. Okay. Then, okay, what else do I want to talk about? What do I want to talk about first? Oh, and that drawing, the drawing, I don't think I said what it was for. I'm going to draw two names for two $10 gift certificates that can be used in the shop or online. So, another little nice thing about that. Let's see. Okay, so Noro news. Well, let me just get this out of the way, and then we're going to talk about Noro news. I also got in. I have all the little likey starter sets, and I thought I had ordered these, but apparently I didn't. So I went and I ordered them. So here we go. Here are the likey. Look at those little babies. The 3.5 inch. I think last week. Oh, I was talking about them last week, wasn't I? But I didn't have the pink ones. I think that's what I was mentioning. I kept referring to them as 3 inch. They're 3.5 inch. But look how sweet they are. And then there's the 5 inch. And here we go. But this is the blush set. So I have these in stock now. And I got a few more of the other needles as well. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so now we can get on to Noro news. Okay, so great news. Noro number 25, the fall winter issue, is going to be available October 22nd. I'm not sure whether that means it's arriving at the distributors on the 22nd, or I think it's going to be like in my store the 22nd. But that's the aim, okay? So so then also last week I had mentioned that I was woefully behind on my project for the yarn tasting. And I was having difficulty thinking about what I was going to do and making what I was thinking about working. So, and I had said that I needed to go home, hop in the shower, and get my brain working, because the shower, somebody had mentioned that they find that works well for them too, and they call it their office. So I did it. So I did. I hopped in the shower, and at first I was having like a mental block, and then all of a sudden it just started coming to me, and I just kind of like do this just association. I just like picture what it is that I'm thinking about, and then before I know it, I'm thinking step by step different things and just problem solving. So this is my second version. So I decided to go with, I wanted to do a cowl, but I was thinking cables. I was thinking 3 colors. I was going to add the magenta. I was thinking buttons. And then I finally said, I need to make this as simple as possible, because sometimes that's the best. And I did. And what I ended up doing, let me see if I can find it here. I went with my go-to waffle weave. And I believe I've mentioned, I think I couldn't find it last week, my waffle weave mitts. And this is done in, this is 100% alpaca. I think so. I can't remember the name of the yarn, but I'll show it the next time. But anyway, so waffle weave. It is my go-to stitch. I love it for hats. I love it for mitts. Baby sweater. I just love the stitch. It's super easy. It's a 4-row or round repeat, and just so easy to remember. It's just a great stitch. So I'm pretty thrilled with how this looks, but that's the second one. And I just realized. So anyway, the new yarn that I'm going to be featuring in the yarn tasting, and I can't remember the name. I can't remember the 2 names. One of them I couldn't pronounce anyway, so that's okay. But 2 brand new yarns. They're not here yet. I'm fingers crossed that it's going to arrive really soon when the magazine comes, because it would make life easier if I could mail out the magazine and the yarn all together. I would really love that. But anyway, so my first version, and I had to do a bunch of ripping out. I'll explain it later what I did, but here I'm going to try. Actually, I have a marker on here, which I'm still not sure. I haven't written up the pattern yet, so let me not remove the marker. But when I first started it, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. But then once it was done, and I put it on, I'm totally in love with it. I am, this one here I made a little bit longer. I'm probably going to knit a third one, because what happens is I knit my first one, make all my mistakes and changes and everything. And then my second one, I knit again and I write my notes down for the pattern. I want to do a third one because I want it to be exactly like this. The length is perfect. I like that it's close to my neck. I love everything about it. And everybody so far that's tried it on has been super happy with it. Get a little closer. Look at that. And I only gave it a little bit of a steam. I didn't even like wet block it or anything, because I love the texture of the waffle weave. Like, there's a couple places where I kind of steamed a little bit more, and I really like the bumpy texture. So I'm not anxious to really wet it much, but it's just, if I could say so myself, it's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. And this light, I have to move somewhere else, I think, because this light just does not, beats down on me and just washes me out. Plus, I should have gone home, throw a little makeup on, and I knew that if I got out of here, I would go home, I would feed the dog, I would feed me, maybe my husband would be home, I would feed him, and then it would start getting late, and then I would not want to come back, and I would have to come back tomorrow, and I didn't want to do that. So here I am, a little bit of lipstick, and that's about it. Um, but I'm so happy with this. So happy with this. So anyway, if you, the way that this works is you can either, and it's up on the website, you can order the magazine, or you can order the magazine and the sampler cowl pattern packet uh, combo. You'll get the magazine. You will get uh, um, you'll get 100 grams, 50 and 50 of the two different yarns, and that's it. And the pattern to make this. And then I will guarantee that you will probably take this pattern and you will make other things with it. I'm already picturing other yarns that I would. Now, this was two different ones, but you could certainly do one yarn for the whole thing. And I think I want to try that because I actually, where I put it, I'm actually thinking, because I need to get some kind of autumny colors in. Although this isn't bad. And I really don't even mind. And that's the other thing too, is that these are going to be one of a kind, and I cannot guarantee colors until I actually wind down the individual kits and see kind of what colors are in there. You can say preferences, and I'll do the best I can, but believe these are the same two balls of yarn, and this one here, and I thought I was going to get more purple in here, the dark purple, and I didn't. Not until the second. See the dark purple here? I didn't get it. See how, oh, I see. I love the texture because I didn't do anything to this. This one here, I am just going to steam the edges a little bit, just the very edges, and that will be it. I'm just going to let it just be natural like this. I love the texture. But anyway, I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice? This is the Hanui cotton. So it's wool and 60 wool, 40 cotton, and it feels so soft. And that would be so pretty. So I'm tempted. This is kind of like the lacy Madara cowl. You can't stop at just one. And it works up very quickly. This was a couple, like a 2-day knit. Yeah. So very happy. Okay. And then last but absolutely positively not least, oh, and I want to show, there's my vote chicken, which should be showing up properly this time. Very excited about that. So if you're interested in your vote chicken, if you just want the graph, I will happily email you the free graph. Actually, it's up on my website if you want to just download the graph. I think it's just the graph. But if you want the chicken kit, I also have those up on the website too. Okay, so when we get the new Noro magazine, guess what's in it? And I do not have a picture of the finished product, but you've probably caught wind of this because they're not making a secret of it. You know how we had the knit along last year for the blanket. Who was the designer last? Oh, it's totally going out of my head who the designer was. I know we're like back of my hand. Can't think of it. It'll maybe come to me. So anyway, this is a totally different type of design, and it's Nikki Epstein that has designed this knit along, and it's called what's it called? Did I write it down? Oh, here, it's on here. It's called An Alchemy of Stitches, a Noro cowl by Nikki Epstein, and it's using Silk Garden and Silk Garden Solo. There are 3 color options. Good luck picking out an option because all 3 I think are equally beautiful. So you'll just have to go with the colors that you really, really love. So what is happening? All right, I'll show you one of the blocks. And the first block is going to be included, just like the last time. The first block will be included in the magazine, and then after that, they will probably put it up on Ravelry or Facebook, or both, each block, and that'll come out twice. It'll come out every 2 months. And if you go on my website and check it out, because you could pre-order the kit. I have all the yarn in stock. You cannot see the I don't know if you're ever going to be able to see the blanket in its entirety, if they're going to keep it back like they did the last time. But this is what one of the blocks is going to look like. Is that not beautiful? So what you have is you have one Silk Garden multi, and then you're going to have, oh, they're not showing it on here. All right, this just has the one solid color. But in each colorway, there's 2 solids, or Silk Garden solos, and 1 multi. Let me show you the colors. They're amazing. But first, before I do that, so this is what they've known as a counterpane. And usually what they do, because I've made one of these before, they usually have it where there's one leaf. You start in the corner and work your way out. So instead of making a block this way, you're making like a diamond like this. And usually what they do is they have one of these leaves or petals in the corner. So when you put it together, you have this flower with 6 petals in it. But here you can see there's petals here, there's baubles. This to me is fun knitting. Between multicolors and stitching, this sings. This is beautiful. Yeah, this is gorgeous. So let me show you the colors. As I said, there were 3 options. I forgot to write down. All right, on my website, I have option 1, 2, and 3. Let me see. I believe this is option 1. I'm almost positive. So that one is, let me hope that I grabbed every color here. I didn't grab the navy. Didn't grab the navy. Oh, no. All right, well, you know what? We're going to pretend. All right, so that option. All right, let me get these organized. All right, this and this go together with, did I not grab them? Yes, with that. Oh my goodness, no, that goes with that. This and this. Oh, you know what? Oh, here we go. And this. Okay. And then this goes with that. No, this goes with... I'm probably going to mess these up. I think this and this. Somehow I have a wrong color here. Oh, jeez. I can't believe I did that. All right. Well, I'm supposed to have a navy, but this is one of the colors. Navy. I did not grab it with the colors. If you go on my website, you will see it. I can't believe I did this again. All right, you know what? I'm going to come back. Okay, so this was the navy. So this is going with this, and I think it was purple. There we go. Is that right? I think that's it. I think these are the option 1. And then somehow I have an extra ball here. I'm not sure what I did, because I know that this goes with this, and I know this does. All right, I think, but I know teal was, I did something wrong. Okay, I can't figure it out. Well, anyway, so I think this is option 2. So how pretty is that? Nice and oceany. Okay, and then you have this really pretty number 1, which is great neutral. Okay, so those are all kind of cool colors. And then warm autumny colors. This really is stunning. I really love that. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? So, so pretty. Okay, so anyway, I have the kits. Like I said, I have the yarn. Last year was very problematic as far as a couple of the yarns were discontinued and had to be substituted. A couple yarns were on back order. I lucked out. I had pretty much everything. I think there were like maybe one or two colors I had, but then I ran out of. Well, this time I have all the colors. I have lots of it. And I'm thinking that once we get that initial square, and there's a knit along. Well, of course, there's a knit along, and the dates for the knit alongs and the dates for when the new patterns will drop are on my website. So they're all there. That information as far as size takes 30 balls of yarn. So yes, it's not an inexpensive project. But it also means it's going to be a very good size. So I'm thinking it's going to be a good size. It's going to be a very decent size because the last one was a 20 skein project. So, and that was a lot of intarsia. So there was a lot of, cutting your yarn. So there were a lot of ends. So you're using up more yarn that way. But this one here, it looks to me like you will have less ends doing it. Also, each one of your squares, you will be sewing them together. So just so that you know that. But I'm very excited about this project. I think it's I think it's beautiful. But in my brain, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? For people that might, and actually I kind of fall into this category too, because I do have to be realistic about my time. I could start out with a pillow. And so could you. If you decide you want to keep on going, you can keep on going. But once the magazine comes out and start knitting it, then I can at least know how much yarn. I think I seem to remember reading something that it took 3 balls, but you don't know the combination of how much you need of each yarn. So you really need to do a piece. And then I'm also thinking, unless you really love, you can always do the back in a solid color if you wanted to, or do two different patterns of what you're working on, back and front. I could see doing an I-cord edging all the way around it. Yeah, a pillow could be beautiful in this. So that's another option too, if you'd love to participate, but just, either cost or time. So give me a little bit. If you're interested, let me know. I'll put you on a list. And when I get it figured out as to how much a pillow would take, I'll let you know that. But I'll let you know anyway. But if you're interested, let me know. So in the meantime, if you would love to pre-order, go right ahead. What I'm doing is I am taking $10 off of the kit and making it free. Well, it's free shipping anyway. If you're not local, it would ship free because it's over $250. So keep that in mind. Okay. You will need the magazine to go with this. But I think this is going to be a really fun project. The other one was beautiful and everything, but like I kept saying, I don't like intarsia. I got so burned out on intarsia that I can only do like the most minimal amount of it. It just gives me no joy. And I figured out a long time ago, I don't know, I had it in my head. I was kind of a knitting purist. And I was like, you should be able to do all the different types of knitting, And somehow I had it in my mind that, and you needed to enjoy it. You needed to like all those different types of knitting. And I did a lot of intarsia, but boy, I just, like I said, I never took any pleasure in it. So I finally figured out, like, you know what? I don't have to do this if I don't want to, and if I don't like it. There's so many other types of knitting that I do love to do. So I just scratch off intarsia. If I can get away with adding some duplicate stitches, I'm even happier. I mean, I'll do a little bit, but I like to keep it down to 3 colors, period. I don't want to have all those bobbins. I don't want to have all those ends. I just don't want to deal with it. So that's why this particular project really, really appeals to me. So I'm very excited about it. Okay, so I think I have gotten to everything. Yes, so I will get my website updated with some of the things that I talked about today, and make sure that you watch out. I will, let's see, I was just going to say I would contact you. I mean, I'll contact you, but if you watch, I will mention the winner if I don't hear from somebody, if somebody from here, from YouTube, wins the drawing, I will mention the name next week. Or I will post it up. Oh, you know what I could even do? You can also check in the notes. I will mention who the winner is in the notes. Yeah, I guess that works. Okay, I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it. But okay, so you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'm gonna go home and start working on the third one, get the pattern written up for this, and have a good weekend. I have a lot of knitting plans. So you all take care, enjoy, and I will see you again really soon. Bye bye.